Hey everybody, before we move on, I just wanted to share a few more things about Saturn with you. So after you find your life lesson, you want to scroll down to the aspects portion in your chart information to see how Saturn's talking to or aspecting your other planets. You'll see in this chart that Saturn is heavily aspecting a lot of other planets, which means more life lessons to be learned. So this person has Venus trine Saturn, Mercury trine Saturn, Saturn trine North Node. It's squaring Uranus, squaring the ascendant, and Saturn square Neptune as well. So that's a lot of Saturnian energy to have going on in one chart. The trines, sextiles, and conjunctions are more supportive and beneficial. And then the squares and oppositions are much harder and more challenging. So personally, I don't believe that there's any such thing as a bad placement in a chart. All of the aspects are there for a reason, and they're meant to drive you in some way so that you can evolve and learn. So people with a lot of Saturn squares tend to be very disciplined and they get things done. And that's because they know that if they don't do the work, then they're going to get their butts handed to them in some way, shape, or form. So if you're laughing right now saying that you're anything but disciplined, just know that this is one of the things that Saturn's trying to teach you, is that you're supposed to be following through with your work. So with that being said, I'm going to go down through and explain to you what each one of these placements mean. So Mercury trine Saturn means that you're loyal and reliable. And you're a hard worker. Mercury represents the way that you think. It's communication. And you say what you mean and you mean what you say. So Saturn trine North Node, we're going to be learning a lot more about North Node this week. It's your life mission. If you get Saturn trining this, it means that you're here to take life seriously and you're going to focus more on accountability, responsibility, and stability in your life. Saturn trine Venus, Venus represents love. It means that you will find love, but only after you learn to truly love yourself first. This placement also means that love might come to you later than you had anticipated. So my daughter has this placement, and it's true. She didn't find her first boyfriend until her senior year. She's only 17. All of her other friends were dating boys much earlier, like their freshman and sophomore year. Saturn square Uranus means that sometimes your need to let loose and be free clashes directly with the need to be disciplined. So it's okay to let your hair down sometimes. It's going to be okay. Saturn square Neptune means you don't get lost in people's nonsense. You're not gullible. You look for truth and you value it. And finally, Saturn square the ascendant, which is your rising sign, means that you might not feel like you're able to express yourself openly sometimes. And this might have been more true when you were a child. What Saturn is asking you to do is to not be afraid to communicate and take risks, because if you don't, you might miss out on some opportunities in your life. So that's it for now. So make sure you go down through and look for Saturn and see how it's talking to the other stuff in your chart. Okay. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.